I just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the same energy for the Eagles. We want the same energy for everybody because there's a whole bunch of bashing when it's Dak Prescott, but not the same when it's the Eagles. I got time today. A lot of people said the Browns defense was overhyped. I said the Browns are the real deal. Acho said this, which pissed me off. I'm not worried about the 49ers. They were missing Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. The Browns were missing Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb. They were missing them key factors before the game even started. So why is it that we are just scrubs and we're nobodies that don't deserve to be on the field and we're just all talk? But there's 100 excuses for these other teams. If y'all just gonna hate Cowboys Nation, just say y'all hate Cowboys Nation. I'm tired of people trashing my quarterback. I'm tired of people trashing my team. And that's why I had nothing to say to the media this week. You want to hear me talk? Come to hear me talk on The Edge Monday night. And that's point blank period. Talk my shit again.
What it do? I'm your humble and hostile host, Cassius Cliff. This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. It goes a long way. Now, if you are aware and you're up today, first, thank the Lord above. Secondly, thank him for allowing you to watch the Eagles today play against the Cowboys in the Linc. And if you're not aware, if you're not accustomed to how this matchup goes down, this is for real. This is a huge matchup. Do not mistake this at all. Don't let these fans, these players tell you anything other than the real facts. This is a big game. The division's on the line. The conference lead is on the line. And really, a lot of pride is on the line. I'm a prideful Eagles fan. And I know quite a bit of Cowboys fans, like probably everybody else, because they're literally everywhere, like roaches, if not COVID. They're literally everywhere. But if you're like me, I have zero fear facing them as well as this team. I've seen this team throughout this season. They have 2 embarrassing L's. So we have one against the New York Jets, and I've owned that L. But I've yet to hear a Dallas Cowboys fan explain to me what happened against the Arizona Cardinals, against Josh Dobbs, who got shipped out to Minnesota. What happened to that spanking y'all got from San Fran? Literally, they made y'all their sons on national television. I mean, again, I was out for my homegirl's B-Day. She was having a great time up until that point because she's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Shout out to you, Charlie. Y'all got embarrassed on Sunday night on the Lord's Day. And y'all think as a Dallas Cowboys team, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, y'all finna show up against us in the Linc? Have some pride, have some self-respect. Excuse me, don't even have the pride, because clearly the pride is y'all problem. Have some self-respect, have some common sense. Y'all not built like that. Y'all never have been, or at least not as long as I've been alive. I'm 33 years old. Since I've been watching football, y'all never inspired any kind of fear. Y'all never impressed me. Sure, you may not want to ask me because I'm not a official NFL analyst. I've never been a coach, but I'm a fan that's watched this game closely, especially given y'all a divisional opponent. Y'all are a bunch of frauds. Y'all have been frauds, and really, we're going to show that today. That's what we're here to do. We're here to inform people, not to convince them. Let's go and get into it, man. We do got Dallas in the Linc. It's week 9. And if you're talking about one of the bigger matchups of this season, this is one of them ones. I already told y'all, division's on the line. Conference lead is on the line. And I know my team is ready. I know my quarterback's ready. I know my best players are ready. I'm not really sure about Dallas. I mean, you heard Micah Parsons talking. And really, if you ask me, if I was unfortunate enough to be a Dallas Cowboys fan, I would hate that kind of shit. I don't want one of my best players talking week in and week out. I mean, the dude has more podcast episodes than he has sacks on the season. Red flag. If you ask me, you talking way too much, bro. I can talk like this, not only because literally the name of this podcast is called Talk My Shit, so I can talk as much shit as I want, but I don't have to suit up today. I'm not strapping no pads. I'm not putting on no knee pads. Never have in my life. Pause. I'm not playing football today. So I can talk all day. You're talking about a player who has to suit up every Sunday. And you bigging up your opponents, your divisional rivals. That's not my problem. This is the Philly Eagles podcast. We good over here. We don't got to worry about that. Let's go ahead and share some news. Unfortunate news. We have some injury report. It's never fun to look at. But we're actually fortunate. Even though you see a couple guys out, i.e. Bradley Roby. Shoulder injury. Still bugging him. He's out. Get well soon. Boston Scott. Personal situation. I hope everything's fine with that. Get back soon as well. Grant Calcaterra, tight end. I don't know what's going on with him. I want him just to be healthy because if you know anything about his past, he's dealt with concussions since college. And this is another one, I think probably the second, if not third, just being on this team. So CT is real. Get well soon, Grant Calcaterra. Don't know what that's looking like. But who I was actually expecting to suit up this Sunday, who won't be out there, Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens, to me, even though he's supposed to be the heir apparent to the center position for Jason Kelce, he's been phenomenal in that right guard spot. And I feel like him being in that spot is the reason why the running game was so efficient and running well, and why it's dipped off since he got hurt. Suapeta, I thought he'd give us more. Honestly, I feel like I don't want to see him anymore out there. And given that I don't want to see him anymore out there at that position, I got my wish. We're actually going to be seeing Tyler Steen today, the rookie. And I'm hyped because when he came in that game last week, when Suapeta went down, not only did I not see any drop off, I saw a little improvement. He actually played well. Now, we know how these divisional games go. We played against the Commanders last week. And even though they shipped out 2 of their edge rushers over the course of the week, their interior linemen are still the same. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, those are dogs. And he held his own. So I feel like he can do the same, especially given that I feel like Washington Commanders D-line is better than the Dallas Cowboys D-line. I feel like he'll be fine. He's fine. He's between 2 Hall of Famers, 2 All-Pros, and Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson. So he'll be fine. I'm not worried or concerned about that at all. And if you ask me what would be pivotal points and really the things that would drive this team to get a big win, if not convincing win today, stopping the run. We've been doing that all year. Let's continue that trend. Because as I've stated in other videos and as I've been preaching all off season, my favorite kind of football on the defensive end is one-phase football. Meaning, only one phase you can actually tap into to have remote success. Everybody knows at this point already where we're the most liable is the passing game. So if we're stopping the run, we're forcing them to pass. Not only are we allowing our pass rushers to go after the quarterback, but also it's a lot easier to game plan when it comes to the defensive end. If I know you're not going to run the ball, okay, so I don't need to rush 10 people. I don't need to have 8 people in the box. I know you're going to pass the ball. And given that they got Dak Prescott on the other side, please pass the ball, bro. Please. I beg you, pass the ball. Let's get into a couple clips just to kind of show what will help us really cement and drive this game into a win for us as Philadelphia Eagles fans and really as the Eagles. I did mention stopping the run, but on the other side, given that they're not great against stopping it, we have to run the ball with DeAndre Swift. It is imperative. I do apologize for this quality in the video, but I had to show y'all this clip because what DeAndre Swift did right here, even though he got fined for it, which was complete bullshit, NFL, y'all need to tighten up because this is just football. There's nothing unnecessary about this. Unless it's unnecessary to show dominance in a football game, which if that's the case, then it's no longer football. But we're not talking about that. All he did was lower his shoulder and run over a young man who has a family, and they had to watch that, and that probably was embarrassing. But that's not my concern, nor was it DeAndre Swift's, because his job is to move the chains and really to move the ball aggressively at the running back position. And given that the Dallas Cowboys, and you see the colors that they wear, silver and blue. I mean, we're talking about a bunch of, I don't know, dancing bears. I don't know what they are. I don't know what those colors are supposed to invoke. It definitely is not intimidating. But given that's who we're playing against, this is the kind of play style that we need. And really, we need to see more of that today. Because I know this Dallas Cowboys team, they may appear to be physical. They may appear to be bad boys and bullies. I'm talking about the most fraudulent bullies you've ever seen. The Philadelphia Eagles are real bullies. And when bullies meet real bullies, you see what happens. They fold, they cower, they turn into paper balls, and they just get tossed in the trash. They're not for real. And these kind of plays right here, I've yet to see any kind of play like this from a Dallas Cowboys fan, or excuse me, player. And this is what we really embody. This is what we do. So a DeAndre Swift masterclass is imperative. It is needed if we're going to have a comfortable win, if not a win that is respectable for these league opponents, these league fans, the rival fans. DeAndre Swift, I'm calling you out, not only because I know you could do it, because I know this is the path to victory of least resistance. They can't stop the run. We're a great running team. Give the ball to number 0. Just do it. Second person I'm actually calling on and expecting a big game out of. The 6th guy, Devontae Smith. Now, this is last year's matchup. And even though we didn't have JALEN out there and it was Gardner Minshew, Smitty put on a performance. And you see who's out there. The guy who they say is like a dog. And even though I respect him, I'm not, don't have me confused. I do respect Deron Bland. But he can't hang with Smitty. I'm not even going to mention AJ. I'm not even going to mention AJ purely because we're talking about the player of the month. 2nd in receiving yards. He has an all-time record for 125 for 6 consecutive games. We're not going to mention a budding Hall of Famer. There's no need. So with Smitty, given that he is the guy who's been counted out, who's had, pretty quiet weeks, today is the day. We're going to show him, 6 guy. I'm sure of that.
Scott personally chose the Lions to be the opponent as he returns from a 5-game absence following surgery to repair that fracture on his passing hand. Cowboys playing at home, playing against a 1-win Lions team that's allowed a league worst 34 points a game and the most points in franchise history through 5 games. Prescott's played the Lions 3 times in his career, winning each game, averaging 30 points, 8 touchdown passes, no interceptions.
So, if you see in that clip, if you heard in that clip right there, that was actually talking about last year. And if you're aware, you've been watching football, Dak did go down for a couple of weeks, I think, with a thumb injury. Now, he was ready and healthy enough to play against the Philadelphia Eagles in that first matchup, I think in week 6. But as you heard that reporter state, he said, I'm good. I will play against a lesser tier Detroit Lions because he wanted a confidence booster. That's what he needed. And as you heard in that initial clip for this video, Micah Parsons trying to defend Dak Prescott. First off, you should be ashamed, Micah Parsons, because you're defending somebody who's indefensible. You're talking about a guy who's never been an All-Pro, who's never won more than 2 playoff games, who's never won a divisional round game. He's in year 8, the longest tenured quarterback in the league. Meaning he's had his job at his particular place of employment the longest. But you have some of the least accolades. If that doesn't scream mid, regular, I don't know what else to tell you. And really, I've been telling y'all, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to inform. He's not that guy. He's just not. And given that that's who's leading that team, and you got another one of their leaders talking every week, you got more episodes than sacks. I mean, this is why I go into these kind of games with zero fear. If you ask me, when it comes to teams that could actually pose a problem, it depends on who's leading you, or really who's running the show, who's performing in the show, and how has the show looked. Jerry Jones is running that show. Dak Prescott is performing in the show, and the show has looked trash for damn near as long as I've been alive. So yeah, I got zero fear. This is the Dallas Cowboys we're talking about. A team who has, 4 playoff wins since I've been watching football. Nick Foles has like 4 playoff wins alone. And we haven't seen Nick Foles play in a midnight green jersey in what? 4 years? 5 years? Come on, bro. Let's be for real. The Dallas Cowboys, they show up against bad teams, and against good teams, they get bent over. They get bent over and they get violated. I didn't forget about Josh Dobbs and the Arizona Cardinals. Damn sure ain't forget about the San Francisco 49ers and what they did to y'all on Sunday night. That was embarrassing. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to inform you, they're about to embarrass themselves again. I'm just here to bring the news. That's it. Just here to inform y'all. I'm not here to convince you. And let's just say they don't embarrass themselves. What I'm here to tell you is, not only are they not built like that, this team is. The Philadelphia Eagles are. So whether or not it's not a landslide, it's not a blowout, it's going to be a dub. It's going to be a dub. And I'm here to tell you, do not be surprised. Dallas Cowboy or Eagles fan alike, do not be surprised. We coming, we're ready, and this is what we do. I appreciate y'all, man. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to tap in. Because we got a big one today, and I couldn't be happier. I've been waiting on this game all season. It's been 8 weeks, and I've been waiting to see these fraudulent Dallas Cowboys fans on the big screen against my team. Because you can play against the Jets all you want. You can play against the Patriots. Beat them on them all you want. I know what happens when you play against a good team. And so do they. That's probably the most comical part about this. They know who they are. It's really the fans that are confused. And can I blame them? No, because fan is short for fanatic. You kind of lose sight of what's real and what's not. But again, I'm here to inform. And what's real is not the Dallas Cowboys. Just not. I can show you real. I can show you real. And it's really all around me. Just take a look. Take a gander. We've been like this. Since Micah Parsons has been born, since Dak Prescott's been the quarterback, they failed to show up. And really, not only we lapped them, we've surpassed them by leaps and bounds. We're really not on the same tier. We're only considered in the same tier because we play in the same division. Outside of that, we are not the same. Y'all are bare human beings. We are Martians. Do not have it confused. But with that, again, appreciate y'all. Let's enjoy this game. Make sure y'all watch this game. Enjoy the game. Watch it in its entirety. See the performance from beginning to end. Because that's what I have intended for me today. Even though I'm going to be celebrating the homie's birthday, I'm finna be tapping into this game because I know it's going to be a lot to pick up. It's going to be a lot to see. And really, I'm ready to see the fall. It won't be a huge fall from grace because I never had Dallas this high. So it kind of be like, when your phone falls off your nightstand. It'll be slight. The phone will be okay. And really, it was probably already damaged to begin with. But again, appreciate y'all. To the next episode. This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your hubby hostile host, Cassius Cliff.